Hey everyone, Chris Stoltz coming at you once again from the MuppetStuff Museum, and today we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Muppet Christmas Carol by taking a look at many of the items released around the film over the years, including a special unboxing. Yes, it's hard to believe that when the Muppet Christmas Carol premiered back on December 11th, 1992, that the film would have the cultural significance that it has today. It has since become not just one of the most cherished Muppet movies or the most cherished Christmas movies, but also considered one of the most faithful adaptations of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol ever put to film. And that's saying something when Bob Cratchit is played by a frog and Charles Dickens himself is played by a whatever. But let's talk about the merch. One of the first pieces of merchandise ever released for the film was the soundtrack, originally released on Jim Henson Records on CD and cassette. The songs are written by frequent Muppet collaborator Paul Williams, with the original score composed by Miles Goodwin and produced by Paul Williams and Chris Caswell. Songs like Scrooge, One More Sleep Till Christmas, It Feels Like Christmas, and Thankful Heart have since become cherished classics. Of course, there are a couple of songs on the soundtrack that didn't make it into the final film, including Room in Your Heart and Chairman of the Board. Of course, there was another song on the soundtrack not included in the final theatrical version of the film as well. Of course, I'm talking about When Love Is Gone, which was filmed but then removed from the final theatrical cut when Jeffrey Katzenberg thought it slowed the film down. It wouldn't be until a year later, when the Muppet Christmas Carol was first released on home video, that fans finally saw the footage, but more on that in a minute. The soundtrack was reissued for the first time on vinyl in 2018. In 2021, I Am 8-Bit and Light in the Attic Records re-released the soundtrack in 3 variant vinyl colors, including the Ghost of Christmas Past Blue, the Ghost of Christmas Present Green, and the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come in Red, with exclusive artwork by Kevin Wilson, which featured many Easter eggs for fans, like changing the name of the Electric Mayhem to the Steam-Powered Mayhem. And if you look real closely, there's a missing poster featuring a picture of Scooter, because the Muppet Christmas Carol was the first Muppet movie in which Scooter did not appear. The soundtrack was also released as a UK-exclusive picture disc in 2022. But back in 1993, along with the soundtrack, BMG Kids also released this Muppet Christmas Carol story album, which was based on the original motion picture and album. And when they say based, that's because the storybook isn't the full version of the movie, but merely a scrapbook of photos along with Gonzo and Rizzo narrating some of the story, but again, not all. Unfortunately, like the other Jim Henson story albums in the series, it was only released on cassette and not CD. This release features a different version of It Feels Like Christmas, rearranged slightly again, featuring the Muppets singing instead of the Ghost of Christmas Present, which they performed for the special Holiday Greetings from the Ed Sullivan Show, which aired on CBS on December 20th, 1992, and was later released on VHS and DVD by Sullivan's Sofa Entertainment in 2003. Of course, there were actual storybooks released for the film, like this Muppet Christmas Carol Golden Look book, released by Golden Books in 1993, featuring stills from the film. And while it wasn't Muppet Christmas Carol branded, Western Publishing, which is a division of Golden Books, put out this A Merry Muppet Christmas Through the Window book, which features the characters in their Muppet Christmas Carol attire. The book features Gonzo and Rizzo peering through the window of the home of Bob and Emily Cratchit. And once you're through the window, you can go through the door with Emily Cratchit, around Peter hanging the stockings, past Bettina and Belinda and their pies, finally getting to Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim hanging a star on top of the tree. And again, while it's not Muppet Christmas Carol branded, the back shows the Muppets playing their Muppet Christmas Carol characters, such as Robin as Tiny Tim, Kermit the Frog as Bob Cratchit, Gonzo the Great as Charles Dickens, and Rizzo the Rat as himself. But did you know that Simon Frog played the part of Peter Cratchit, while Miranda and Melinda Pig played Bettina and Belinda Cratchit? They could have just said Peter, Bettina, and Belinda played by themselves. But no, in this publication, they actually made up other Muppets to play those characters. In 2019, Insight Editions released this illustrated holiday classic of the film, adapted by Brooke Vitale and illustrated by Luke Flowers. The book includes many Easter eggs for die-hard Muppet fans, including the Muppet Musicians of Bremen playing with the Electric Mayhem at Fozziwig's party, as well as Fozzie's ventriloquist doll, Chucky. In 1992, Disney put out this promotional button to help promote the film. Disney also released this Muppet Christmas Carol official movie magazine in the winter of 1993. This copy is signed by Paul Williams, arranger Chris Caswell, director Brian Henson, and Steve Whitmire. Inside featured articles such as Gonzo's Guide to the Muppet Christmas Carol, Brian Henson, In the Midst of Muppet Mayhem, Dickens Gets a Muppet Makeover, featuring interviews with Jerry Jewell and Paul Williams, a bulletin board featuring the Muppet Christmas Carol office notices, Michael Caine, The Man Behind the Scrooge, A Dickens of a Christmas by Rizzo, The Inside Story, Behind the Scenes with Val Strasik, Alan Cassie, Paul Gentry, and Polly Smith, and Miss Piggy's Fabulous Movie Fashions, highlighting Miss Piggy's wardrobe in the Muppet movies. There were even some fast food tie-ins. In 1993, Hardee's released this Muppet Christmas Carol Fun Meal Pack. The bag features Kermit the Frog and Robin as Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim on the front. The back has Fozzie as Fozziwig and the Penguins around a maze and word find, while the sides reveal Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit, Gonzo as Charles Dickens, and Rizzo as himself. Inside the bag, each week you would find a different finger puppet to collect. So we have Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit, Fozzie as Fozziwig, Kermit as Bob Cratchit, and Gonzo as Charles Dickens holding the book of A Christmas Carol. Wait, why is he holding a book of A Christmas Carol? I thought he was omniscient and just knew the story by heart. Sloppy. But that wasn't the only fast food tie-in. In 1992, Taco Bell also had a Muppet Christmas Carol promotion. Their bag features Kermit and Robin as Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim in a wreath, with Animal, Fozzie, and a penguin decorating a tree at the bottom. While the back features the Penguins, Robin, and Bean Bunny in a color maze that reveals Kermit as Bob Cratchit. The one side features Miss Piggy, Peter, and Belinda, or Bettina. The other side features Gonzo, Rizzo, and Bean Bunny in a sort of Mad Libs word game. And inside the bag each week was one of 4 collectible ornaments. The ornaments are basically just a piece of plastic with 2 stickers you put on each side. One features the characters in a circle, while the other circle features a character inside a wreath. So here we have the Cratchit family and Robin, Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim with the Penguins with a penguin, Fozzie, Gonzo, and Rizzo with Rizzo, and the Ghost of Christmas Present with Bobby Benson's babies and Bean, which besides being featured in a book or something, I think this may be the first ever use of Bobby Benson's baby band in merch. But definitely the first and only time so far they've ever been used as a fast food premium. In 1993, Bendham's released a set of Muppet Christmas Carol bendable figures, including Kermit the Frog and Robin as Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim, and Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit. This Muppet Christmas Carol plate was available as a mail order premium from Duncan Hines in 1992. In 1993, though on the opposite end of the collectible spectrum, was this Muppet Christmas Carol ceramic plate put out by Grolier. Featuring the top half of the poster artwork, this plate is pretty rare and sought after today. In 1993, the same artwork was used on a much smaller scale as part of the Jim Henson's Classic Muppets Milk Cap collection. Each pack featured 5 milk caps and 1 slammer. Many of the milk caps featured the theatrical artwork from the Muppet movies, including this one from the Muppet Christmas Carol, which is the only Muppet Christmas Carol milk cap in the collection. But how can we talk about the artwork to the Muppet Christmas Carol poster without talking about the Muppet Christmas Carol poster itself? And here we have an original Muppet Christmas Carol poster, and you can tell it's an original because the original posters had a gold lame border around the logo that shimmers in different light. It's something you will definitely not see in any other kind of reprint or other promotional material for the movie. Of course, the poster features Miss Piggy, Kermit, Robin, Fozzie, Bean, Rizzo, Gonzo, and another rat floating above the city skyline, while Scrooge is seen solemnly walking alone at the bottom. All rendered beautifully by legendary poster artist Drew Struzan, who designed all the Muppet movie posters from 1979's The Muppet Movie until 1996's Muppet Treasure Island, except for the Muppets Take Manhattan. And as you can see, my poster is signed by both Steve Whitmire and Paul Williams. In 1992, a set of Muppet Christmas Carol crackers was available exclusively at Summerfield supermarkets in the UK. And when pulled open, each cracker revealed either a small flat figurine or a magnet. The magnets featured the characters all coming through wreaths. So here we have the Penguins, Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit, Fozzie as Fozziewig, Gonzo as Charles Dickens, Kermit as Bob Cratchit, and Bean Bunny. In 1993, 3M released this set of Post-it Muppet Christmas Carol stickers. The set features 2 sheets of the characters caroling. So here we see Kermit, Robin, and Miss Piggy, Gonzo, Bean Bunny, the film's logo, Rizzo, 2 penguins, and Fozzie. In the early 90s, the Kurt Adler Company released a line of Muppet ornaments, and while not Muppet Christmas Carol branded, the line featured the characters all coming through wreaths, using the same images as the UK magnets, as well as a hopping ornament of Kermit and Robin. In 2003, as part of their Mini Muppets line, Palisades Toys put out 2 sets of Muppet Christmas Carol figures. So here we have Kermit as Bob Cratchit with Tiny Tim, Fozzie as Fozziewig, a pair of ice skating penguins, Statler and Waldorf as Jacob and Robert Marley. And did you know they named him Robert Marley as a joke? Yes, it's a subtle joke because another name for Robert is Bob Marley. The set also featured the Ghost of Christmas Present in his It Feels Like Christmas pose. These figures were released in both classic red Muppet Show curtain boxes, as well as the more modern Jim Henson's Muppets blue boxes. In 2017, as part of their Muppet ornament line, Hallmark put out this Kermit and Robin Muppet Christmas Carol ornament, with them doing the Christmas scat. But by far, the most popular piece of merchandise released for the Muppet Christmas Carol has to be its home video releases. Back in the day, there used to be a rental window where you could rent things for a certain amount of time and then it was available to consumers. The Muppet Christmas Carol was Disney's first direct-to-consumer video. The original VHS came with tie-ins to Nestle Toll House and Pepperidge Farm. While the VHS was full screen, the Laserdisc release was in widescreen. Of course, this release was the first time that When Love Is Gone was put back into the film. Some versions even came with a booklet inside, which is a reformatted version of the Golden Lookbook. Of course, a video just doesn't sell itself. You usually need some kind of promotion behind it, and the Muppet Christmas Carol had window clings. Yes, this is an original Muppet Christmas Carol window cling that was used at video stores to help promote the video coming out. So here we have an illustration from the poster featuring Kermit, Miss Piggy, Bean, Rizzo, Gonzo, Fozzie, and that other rat in a wreath with the logo on the bottom. That was actually part of a series of window clings that also featured a window cling touting their partnership with Pepperidge Farms, stating that you could get $5 off the Muppet Christmas Carol inside specially marked Pepperidge Farm goldfish boxes. There was also miniature window clings released as well. And here we have the miniature Miss Piggy window cling, which features Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit coming out of a wreath with a basket. As you can see, they are much smaller than the other window clings. The film was released for the first time on DVD in 2002 as a full-screen only version. In 2005, the film was re-released again on DVD as part of Kermit's 50th anniversary, this time in both widescreen and full screen, though When Love Is Gone was only released in the full-screen version. The Muppet Christmas Carol debuted on Blu-ray in 2012 in a widescreen version not featuring When Love Is Gone. The song would not appear on a widescreen version of the film again until 2022 when Disney released a 4K version of the film on Disney+, which is available in the Extras section both individually and in the full-length version of the film. In 2019, Disney Parks released 2 limited edition pins. The pins feature Kermit, Robin, and Miss Piggy in a wreath with the film's logo dangling underneath, as well as Gonzo and Rizzo in a wreath with the Ghosts of Christmas Past, the Ghosts of Christmas Present, the Ghosts of Christmas Yet to Come, and Jacob and Robert Marley. Each pin was a limited edition of 500 and were available exclusively at Disney Parks and at shopdisney.com. D23 put on multiple events to celebrate the film's 30th anniversary. At the D23 event I attended at the Museum of the Moving Image, they gave out this exclusive Gonzo print featuring the original concept art by Polly Smith, which I was fortunate enough to get signed by Fred Buchholz, who was the Muppet stunt coordinator on the film. At a Muppet Christmas Carol 30th Anniversary D23 event in California, they gave out this exclusive Muppet Christmas Carol 30th Anniversary medallion ornament. It says Muppet Christmas Carol at the top, 30th Anniversary on the bottom, and features Kermit gazing at the One More Sleep Till Christmas shooting star. While the back says D23, the official Disney Fan Club 2022. D23 Gold members were eligible to buy these limited edition Muppet Christmas Carol 30th Anniversary pins. The set includes Kermit and Robin in front of a brick wall, and Gonzo and Rizzo in their apple cart. Both were a limited edition of only 1,500. D23 Gold members were also able to buy a whole line of exclusive merchandise put out by Mickey's of Glendale. You could get this Muppet Christmas Carol 30th Anniversary hat with the film's logo on the front, with a stylized 30 on the back with Bean Bunny coming out of a wreath as the 0. There was also this typographic shirt featuring information about the film, The Muppet Christmas Carol, starring the great Gonzo, Rizzo the Rat, debuting December 11th, 1992, and featuring an all-star cast, Fozzie Bear, Miss Piggy, Kermit, and Robin. It's a Muppet Studios exclusive with the 30th Bean logo on the back. There was also this set of 6 postcards featuring concept art from the film. Here we see Scrooge's office, Miss Piggy as Mrs. Emily Cratchit, Statler and Waldorf as Jacob and Robert Marley, with Waldorf standing on a book to give him a little extra height, Gonzo and Rizzo lighting the lamps, London street scene, and the Ghost of Christmas Present. There was also this limited edition mug featuring Gonzo and Rizzo in a quilted pattern. One side has Gonzo, I am here to tell the story, while the other side has Rizzo, and I am here for the food. The bottom has the Muppet Christmas Carol logo and also states that it is a Muppet Studios exclusive. You could also get this limited edition Muppet Christmas Carol sweater that has images of Gonzo and Rizzo going around the bottom, while the back features the line, "Light the lamp, not the rat." The sleeves feature Gonzo lighting the lamp with Rizzo's head sticking out from the bucket below. Disney also released another batch of limited edition pins, exclusive to a Mickey's of Glendale shopping event and to Disney employees. The set features Kermit as Bob Cratchit, Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit, and Robin as Tiny Tim, Fozzie as Fozziewig, Bean Bunny with a wreath, a large pin of Statler and Waldorf as Jacob and Robert Marley, and another large pin featuring Gonzo and Rizzo flying through the streets of London, with Rizzo attached to Gonzo with a chain. In 2023, Funko released this Muppet Christmas Carol Spirit of Giving card game. Join the Muppets for some spirited holiday cheer. Collect your favorite characters to make sets and score points. Complete another player's set and you both receive a gift. In this game of giving, the most generous player wins. The cards feature illustrations of Kermit and Robin as Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim, Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit, Bunsen and Beaker as the charity workers, Gonzo and Rizzo as Charles Dickens and Rizzo the Rat, Statler and Waldorf as Jacob and Robert Marley, Fozzie Bear as Fozziewig, and Bean Bunny as the Christmas Caroler. They also released a set of Funko Pop figures. Interestingly enough, these were released as part of the Pop Movies line and not part of the Pop Muppets line like the other Funko Pop Muppet figures were released. The set consists of 9 figures in 6 packages. Here we see Kermit the Frog and Robin as Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim, Miss Piggy as Mrs. Cratchit, Fozzie Bear as Fozziewig, Gonzo as Charles Dickens with Rizzo, Statler and Waldorf as the Marley Brothers, and Scrooge, who I really wish came with a Muppet. He really should have came with Bean or somebody. I mean, he's just sort of there by himself. It doesn't really have any kind of Muppet qualities. I really like the addition of the red scarf, but there needs to really be a Muppet involved. I mean, it is a Muppet Christmas Carol figure after all. There was also some variant figures as well, including an Amazon exclusive flocked version of Gonzo as Charles Dickens with Rizzo, again as himself, and a version of Statler and Waldorf as the Marley Brothers that glowed in the dark, which was a Funko.com exclusive limited edition of only 8,000 pieces. And because Disney released even more exclusive items for the film's anniversary, I enlisted my friend Chris from the UK to help out. So, as promised, here's an unboxing. Oh, there is much more than just Muppet Christmas Carol stuff in here. We have Statler and Waldorf party bag. That is just fantastic. As well as a Kermit party bag too. It definitely feels like Christmas now. There's also stationery from the Jim Henson Creature Shop. That is just incredible. As well as stationery from all over the Jim Henson Company. What is going on here? I have to go through this and look at this a little closely. There is all kinds of stuff here. Oh my goodness. We have a Jim Henson envelope, the Jim Henson Company stationery, a Leland, Mississippi birthplace of the frog postcard. I don't even know what's in this envelope. Oh my goodness. It's a card of the Henson townhouse that the Henson Company gave out. Oh my, this is something else. Okay, wow, I'm impressed. Here we have another small card. Have a gorgeous Christmas featuring Miss Piggy. It says Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year inside with the Muppets logo on the back. Published by Hype Associates, printed in England in 2005. So yes, this was a UK exclusive card. We have, oh my goodness, the Muppets premiere screening pass. The Walt Disney Company invites you to the official FDA multimedia screening of the Muppets at the Empire of Leicester Square on Sunday, the 15th of January 10th. I don't even know how to read this. On Sunday, the 15th of January 10 for 10:30, admit one. That is just fantastic. I'm just flabbergasted. We have another greeting card in here. This one looks like it's the Henson Studios in LA. That's the old Charlie Chaplin Studios. And oh yeah, the back says the Jim Henson Company, the Charlie Chaplin Studios, currently home of the Jim Henson Company in Los Angeles, California, under a rare dusting of snow circa 1920. That is just incredible. Again, I am completely blown away at this. We have Season's Greetings from the Muppets. This was from the Australian Postal Corporation, put out in 2008. We have Kermit and Animal, with Animal like eating the Muppet logo on the back. It says, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year with Kermit inside. Wild About Christmas, featuring like stickered versions of Miss Piggy, Kermit, and Animal with Happy Christmas inside. We have a similar version of that card with Animal, and it says Merry Christmas on the front and Happy Christmas on the inside with the Disney Muppets logo on the back. And it looks like we have more stationery in this whole bag here. Oh my, oh, I'm dropping stuff. Have a Fun Christmas with Kermit as Santa. And there's another hype card. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Another piece of Jim Henson Company stationery. And a whole folder, Buena Vista International. Oh my goodness. It's the Muppet Christmas Carol press kit. Here we have the Muppet Christmas Carol poster. What the dickens? The Muppet Christmas Carol set for seasonal UK release December 18th, 1992. The Muppet Christmas Carol is a musical, magical reworking of Charles Dickens' classic story starring Michael Caine as a sinister singing Scrooge in his musical movie debut. This timeless tale of good vanquishing evil and love conquering all takes place in the snowy streets of Victorian London as the stingy Scrooge is visited by three mysterious Christmas ghosts who spirit him away on magical journeys that will change his life. But this is Dickens with a difference, as the Muppets cast their own particular spell of magic and fun for the child in us all. From Buena Vista International. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. On the other side is a whole Muppet Christmas Carol promotional book. This is the entire cast list, the crew, the art direction, all about the characters, the puppeteers, from the costume designers to special effects, to everybody. It even talks about Fred Buchholz, who did the electrical and mechanical effects, and Paul Williams. Wow. I'm losing my mind right now. Absolutely freaking out. Okay, let me put this away because there's still much more in this box. Here we have another item similar to those cards. Here is a Animal Wild About Christmas bag. It even has a Animal hang tag there. The back has all the characters. The inside has nothing, but that's okay because there's so much other stuff that's just amazing here. We don't need anything else inside the bag. This, again, was a UK exclusive. I'm not even sure what this is. This is greetings inside this card. Read Merry Christmas. It's 16 Christmas cards. It says Merry Christmas. We have Fozzie, Kermit, Miss Piggy, and Gonzo on the one side. Kermit on a ladder trying to escape Miss Piggy's mistletoe. Or maybe he's trying to hang the mistletoe? I'm not sure. This side has Miss Piggy and Kermit with Miss Piggy dangling mistletoe at him, and the back just has the Disney logo. All right, cool. So there's a whole packet of greeting cards in here. Let's see what they look like. Oh, I see. There are different variations of the pictures we see on the outside. All right. So we have Miss Piggy and Kermit, Fozzie, Miss Piggy, Kermit, and Gonzo, Animal, Miss Piggy, and Kermit. And it looks like inside they're all the same. It has Kermit as Santa Claus with Merry Christmas. I'm blown away. And we're still not done. In the bottom of the box is a whole wrapped up bag, which you can hear me ripping apart, which has this limited edition UK and Disney parks. Yes, for some reason this pin was released in the UK on the shopdisney.com website, but not in the US on the website, but also only available in the US in Disney parks. It was very strange. But here we have a limited edition Muppet Christmas Carol 30th anniversary pin featuring Miss Piggy, Gonzo, Rizzo, Kermit, and Robin. And this was a Disney Pins limited release. It doesn't have an edition size on it, which is odd, as well as a few boxes of the Muppet Christmas Carol 30th anniversary mystery pins. All the pins feature the characters caroling. The set includes Bunsen and Beaker, Gonzo and Rizzo, the Ghost of Christmas Present, Statler and Waldorf, Fozzie, the Swedish Chef, Sam Eagle, Kermit and Robin, and Miss Piggy. So we have an unboxing inside of an unboxing. So let's see what pins we got. Open them very carefully. Each box is supposed to have 2 pins. So let's see. First pin is Statler and Waldorf as Marley and Marley. Okay, next pin is Gonzo and Rizzo. Okay, in this box we have Fozzie as Fozziewig and the Ghost of Christmas Present. All right, next box. And it's Sam Eagle. If you do what's right and you prove your might, you could be chairman of the board too. Think about it, chairman of the board. And we have Bunsen and Beaker. Okay, last box. Let's see what the last 2 pins are. This one appears to already be opened. It's another Statler and Waldorf. Okay, but this one does not appear to be opened. And it's Miss Piggy. So only 1 duplicate in that entire batch. Just 1 extra Statler and Waldorf. So all I'm missing are the Swedish Chef and Kermit and Robin. 2 pins is all I need to complete this set. And after tracking down the final 2 pins, I have completed my set. So here is Kermit and Robin and the Swedish Chef. And here you can see the complete set. I'm just blown away. I came here today to show you some amazing Muppet Christmas Carol items from the past 30 years, and I think I'm the one that's just more blown away. Thanks, Chris, for these amazing surprise Muppet Christmas Carol and Muppet Christmas items. You know how much I love my UK stuff, and you did not disappoint. So I want to thank Chris again for that amazing, amazing surprise. Thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite item from this video was. Please be sure to follow Muppet Stuff on all our social media channels, and I'll see you next time from the Muppet Stuff Museum.
They're the same picture.